I didn't get you red flagged. You were red flagged because of the state of this nation, because of your personal consequences, because of your ancestral genealogical family growing up, everything you were exposed to. I mean, all of these factors play in, and it's very blaming. Do you not remember the things you've shared with me? Like, who, what, your uncle? Like, the cocaine at 14? Come on, I'm not going to forget that. It's a pretty big deal. Like, that shaped you. Why do you act like I'm adding life mathematics that are pointless or wasteful or don't contribute to getting to the equation? It's hurtful how, baby? I'm giving you understanding and saying you have all these reasons why you do what you do. It's not your fault, but it still needs to be your accountability. I don't understand. I'm confused. I just got very confused. Okay. Hold on. First of all, I agree with you 100%. I do not have the right to throw that in your face. Second of all, I disagree with you 100%. I am not throwing anything in your face. I am aiming to remind you and create a support structure around helping you transition from in between viewing things a certain way and blaming people unintentionally, accidentally, because you were raised that way, which is not throwing anything in your face, and it's not blaming them. It is saying everybody, we grow up and we're steeped in certain perceptions. That's all, baby. I love you. I love you so fucking much. I'm so confused. Well, it is. So I don't understand why you're saying that's somehow not equivalent to what I'm saying. I love you. What the fuck? Baby, I did grow up and kiss random people because of all the grooming and the pedophilia in my life. I did. I did. I would never have done those things if I hadn't been raised the way I was raised and then finally cracked. Well, I never had any memories of that happening. I still don't have any memories of that happening. I'm still trying to process through the fact that he chose to mess with me as an adult and that you chose not to let us prosecute him. Like, you should have protected me in that, and you didn't. You are crazy. I love you, but you're forgetting in a very delusional way. You're forgetting the origin of how this happened, Joey. I came back. You had your phone again. And I said I recorded a lot of stuff on there. Some of it's for you. Some of it's for my own ideas, conversations I had with my dad. And some of it is just because, like, I felt weird and I didn't know why, and something felt off, and I just recorded a bunch of shit, and now I know I gotta listen to it. And then I was feeling hesitant, and then you were listening, and then I'm never gonna forget the way that you just all of a sudden launched out of nowhere, like, why'd you have me listen to this? Why'd you record this? And I'm like, whoa, like, what? Where's this coming from? And you're like, tell me why. And I'm like, I already told you why. Like, where's this attitude coming from? And you're like, tell me again. And I could feel that something serious was happening, and it scared the motherfucking daylights out of me, and I didn't consciously realize how much that was going to affect everything. But you can't lay what happened way after you originally listened to what you listened to. You have to admit, I mean, you don't have to anything, you don't have to anything, but like accountability wise, you got to admit that with the information that I gave you, if you could have seen clearly, you would have been like, what the fuck? And you would have been like, what the fuck is this? It sounds like you're fucking your dad. Like, who stays silent on that? And then you got all weird and cryptic. You didn't say anything about anything like that. You were just like, well, you need to listen to this. And I'm like, well, then play it. And you're like, no, I'm not listening to it again. Come to find out 9 months later, you listened to it like a dozen times to make sure that you were hearing what you were hearing, you have no idea how hard it was. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh. No. Your phone is playing a video of me. I'm making another video of me for your benefit. I mean, it's for my benefit. Let's just be honest. What are you talking about? There's no video on my phone. No, I'm not. I'm recording a video right now. Not playing a video. Phones are known to be retarded at times. They're not as technologically, robotically flawless as we like to pretend and delude to ourselves that they are. I don't know why that's happening, but I love you, and this is really intense and difficult, and I needed to leave the room, but then my ankle was like, please don't. This is a horrible angle that I'm recording myself. It's horrible. I love you, and I have man hairs that I swear to God I will scour my face because, like, I'm not able to do very much. So, like, what else can I do besides occasionally sit here for, half an hour resting most of the time, but occasionally trying to pluck at the hairs? It's a hard question to answer. I have a lot of feelings on the topic, and I'm frustrated even that you don't get it. Even though it's not your fault that you don't get it, I'm frustrated. So please forgive me my frustration. Let me answer. I'll tell you. I don't know all of it. I don't understand it. First of all, let's start with the event that occurred 3 years ago that Dr. Coe agreed with me because I felt like it was a stroke. And then Dr. Smith, liability-wise, wasn't willing to agree with me. And so, anyway, my body temperature, I have a hard time regulating my body temperature. I have a hard time regulating my, whatever my inner, my pH balance, my probiotics, I don't know. I just know that, like, because I was malnutritioned, which, by the way, Christina says if her grandfather, who was in a concentration camp for 2 years, and ate sawdust sandwiches and no real food and no whatever, you are fucking gonna make it in Roseburg. You've got this. She says you can do it. And she's like, I like Joey. She goes, I don't like some of the things he was doing and the ways that he, couldn't own stuff. But she goes, I hope you guys can work this out. She's like, which is a miracle because up until today, that has not been her sentiment. I mean, of course, she still liked you, but something has shifted. So that's interesting, but I'm trying not to get distracted by, oh yeah, me, what's deteriorated so quickly. So what you got to understand is I've been struggling since I was born. My body was malnutritioned from the get-go. And my mother didn't know how to properly pay attention and take care of a body. Not her body, not any body. And then bad things happened, and worse things happened, and worse things happened, and worse things happened, worse things happened, and my body just continued struggling. And then I learned mind over matter and DBT, even though that wasn't a thing and no one taught me, but I learned I have power over my behavior and choices. And I'm here to help, not to hurt, even though hurting still happens sometimes. even when you're helping, especially if it's with the burn victim. And I think you and me psychologically, complex PTSD wise, we're both like burn victims. And so we get together and we're like, I love you and I'm going to help you heal. And then we're like, abrading, I don't know what that's called, when you have to get rid of the burn and you have to scrub it. Yeah, it's horrible, that abrasion stuff. And then the tight compression. I mean, if you imagine our relationship in that context, it's like, no wonder we struggled so much, But anyway, I deteriorated so quickly because my whole life was a shit show and I hardly had any nutrition and it was whatever, but I was blinded to the ways that I was and not being taken care of. Like I learned to take care of myself very early. I mean, I remember noticing the distinctions in my own body as far as food goes, 7, 8, 9 years old, the summers, noticing the difference in my physical capacity, noticing what I could do and what I couldn't do. Like my brain, my body's been analyzing this the entire time because patterns in mathematics, it's just like a natural whatever, right? I now believe, I hypothesize that I was on a steady diet of fuck shittery, a lack. I'm like a science experiment. I wish to God I could be a science experiment and actually figure this fucking shit out. But I was blinded in certain areas like orthorexia. I didn't even know that was a thing. Didn't even know. I mean, all the research I did, reading between 25 and 75 books almost all the time for 15 years about nutrition, neurology, and psychology. You only have 2. What? No, I've been checking every time I can deal with my phone, which like sometimes I can, like right now, and then other times like it's too heavy, I can't mess with it. I'm like, I fucking can't plug it in. What's that? No, I'm not on YouTube every day. I will have days that I'm on YouTube but no, I'm doing everything I can to not be hooked to the screen forevermore. And Edgar Allan Poe just came to mind. Several of them, actually. Maybe just the essence of Edgar Allan Poe. Maybe he stopped by for a visit. Okay, just kidding. Anyway, I don't know. What I'm saying is, will you let me finish answering your question? I don't understand why you do this to me. I love you. Yes and no. You are the one. You know what? We're going to record ourselves. Can we just have a reality TV show together, babe? You said yes when we first got together, I would like to point out. But that's fine. You can say no now. But I don't know how I'm ever going to feel safe. Well, it would be simple. It wouldn't be easy. But there would be simplicity. What was simple? What are you talking about now? Are you even listening to me? Because the things you're saying are not relating in response to what I'm saying. And that's why I want us to have a reality show, because then other people would be witness to my observances. Well, it just, yeah, I know I'm not, because I'm in a lot of pain. I'm still hungry. I can't think well. You expect too much of me. It's like I'm a prisoner of war concentration camp survivor. And you don't, ouch, fuck damn. And you don't acknowledge that that's the truth of my reality. I told you, Dr. Winther said I would literally die, which obviously didn't come true. So you could doubt other things she said. But what she said was, you're so malnutrition, your PTSD is so awful. Ow! Well, that's because I'm in so much pain and I don't have enough fat for the nerves, the myelin sheath nerves in my brain, damn it. I swear sometimes I just want to pluck your nose hairs for the rest of my life, and that would be... Yes, honey, I have cannabis. Is cannabis like a end-all, be-all, fix-all for everything? No. I'm depleted in every facet and category at this point. I'm nearly 40 years old. Why do you not do the math? How do I get you to do the math? How do I do the math and show you the math on a video like a PowerPoint? I know. Bibbidi bobbidi boo. What am I focusing on? You're distracting me. No, I am not focusing on sending you naked pictures, my love. I love you. That's really, should I? What the fuck? Really? Should I? I don't even have cleavage left. Now I just look like saggy boob lady. No, you don't get nakedness. You don't get nakedness. You'll understand when you see the video. No, I'm never going to be my mother. Oh my gosh, I saw the funniest meme. I saw the funniest, this guy tried to convince me once they were called memes, not memes, because they're of Japanese origin. And I'm like, dude, I can't. Everybody calls them memes. They are memes to me too. This is an American moment for me. They are memes. And it was just a little drawing. Oh, I keep dropping you. I'm sorry. I mean, what am I doing? Whatever, the phone. I keep dropping the phone. Yeah, you sigh. Poor Joey. My wife, she can't ever finish her sentences or share stories with me that make sense. No, I'm not. I'm not yelling. You have misophonia. What does me having misophonia? Yes, you do. I have it in the letter. I don't have it near me right now because I moved the drawers. Are you okay? I don't know. I literally have no idea. My hands, my body can take it. It was your birthday. I called you. I've been consumed with you ever since. I mean, that's not entirely true, but it's way too close to true to be comfort. Are you okay? She says. Ow, I have to stop doing this. The phone's hurting. I mean, the phone's not hurting. The phone does not feel pain, most likely. I'm in too much pain for all of this. And you ask me questions, you don't let me get finished to the answer, to the ending. Do you realize you do that? I don't know. Right now you're talking to the nurse. No, if you were talking to me, you wouldn't be saying butthead. Butthead. I love you. Bye.